The reigning Wimbledon champion, hampered in recent weeks by a shoulder injury, she is ready to go. Tonight, she will face Halle Cioffi. Now, Ted Robinson and Tracy Austin will call that match. Graf, bothered by the shoulder. Tracy, do you think it will affect her? She's with Ted.
Actually, I think she's okay.
All right, well, let's talk about the state of Steffi Graf's game. A two-time defending champion coming in here at 88 and 89. She obviously deserves respect.
Yeah, I think Steffi Graf said at Barcelona that in the French Open she started to play some of the best tennis again. That followed through into Wimbledon, where she, of course, beat Monica Seles in the finals quite handily. In Barcelona, she lost to Jennifer Capriati in the finals, but still was playing very well. Played Fed Cup the week before, playing very good tennis. I think she's very focused and playing with a lot of confidence.
Well, since being toppled as #1, Steffi has watched Monica Seles become the target at all the Grand Slam events. We saw Monica play today. Is she still the target here at the U.S. Open?
I think she still is the target, but there's a little bit of vulnerability there. You know, Monica Seles won the French Open, but lost to Steffi, of course, at Wimbledon, lost to Martina Navratilova in the Virginia Slims of Los Angeles, and Arantxa Sanchez Vicario in Montreal just last week, the first time Arantxa beat her in 11 tries. So, of course, I think when the players start to see someone else beat Monica Seles, they say, hey, we can beat her too.
Well, the test tonight is for Halle Cioffi to see if she can show a little vulnerability in Steffi Graf. That match comes your way here on Stadium Court in just a few moments. Let's go back now to Joel and Barry.
All right, thank you, Ted. Well, Steffi is on the court tonight for the first time since her loss to Jennifer Capriati in the Olympic final. Jim Courier, the #1 player in the world, will take on NCAA champion Alex O'Brien, the Stanford Cardinal. That is all coming up tonight on the USA Network. Be right back to Flushing Meadows.
USA's coverage of the 1992 U.S. Open Tennis Championships is brought to you by Jeep and Eagle, a division of the Chrysler Corporation.
We continue with the women's first round. Let's join Ted Robinson and Tracy Austin once again.
All right, Joel, thank you. Stadium Court tonight, of course, will fill up during the day sessions in the first week of the Open. We normally see folks scattered all throughout the grounds to watch the myriad of activities, but tonight the focus is right here. Steffi Graf, now at age 23, has found herself, Tracy, equaled and perhaps even surpassed a little bit in the power game that she helped bring to the women's sport.
Yeah, I think Steffi has definitely the hardest forehand in the sport, but Monica Seles hits so hard off of both wings. Both sides are so punishing. Steffi still hasn't developed that top spin backhand. And, you know, it's funny because she uses it so often in practice. She was warming up with Heinz Muntard, who has been her coach since the fall of '91. She was warming up prior to this and hitting lots and lots of top spin backhands. And I saw her at the Olympics as well, warming up, hitting top spin backhands. And then when she would get to the match, wouldn't use them. And I really think that some of the girls are starting to take advantage of that slice. 1 minute, very consistent, but it's not a weapon.
Here we look at Halle Cioffi, who briefly attended college at the University of Florida before turning pro. Her ranking in the 90s. Does she have a real weapon she can throw at Steffi Graf tonight, Tracy?
She really doesn't. Her biggest weapon is her consistency. She has no huge weapon in her game, moves well, consistent from the baseline, serves pretty decent, gets it in, but again, I think that Steffi's going to be all over her, trying to dominate each and every point.
Last year, Halle Cioffi lost in the first round of the U.S. Open to Erica DeLone. This year, her first round draw, a much sterner task. As you see, it's the first time they've met. And as has been custom in recent years of the Open, the top-seeded women have not been challenged very often in the early rounds. Steffi Graf last year did not lose a set in the Open until she ran into Martina in the semifinals.
Well, that's been a complaint over the years, actually, for going way, way back. The top seeds really don't have that much trouble in the first couple of rounds, although Mary Jo Fernandez just snuck by today. She's the number 7 seed. Snuck by with a 6-4 in the third win. But usually Steffi and Monica have pretty easy matches in the beginning.
And you'll see, would you say the fastest player, pace of the game in the women's game right now,
Very
Steffi?
much so. Steffi Graf can't wait for the next point.
15 love.
Mary Lou Tierney in the chair tonight. Steffi Graf, Tracy, she finishes a point, she walks right to the spot she's going to serve from, takes one ball. Okay, let's play.
That's right. She's a quick player, and actually some of the players try to slow her down, get her out of her rhythm.
First game.
Well, that was an emphatic beginning for Steffi Graf. Of the 92 U.S. Open is a line call, briefly protested by Halle Cioffi.
Quiet, please. Thank you.
She is serving at love 15, her first service game of the match. Look at how the players compare. Glad we're not showing this to Halle Cioffi.
Well said. I think Halle Cioffi has a uphill battle. Steffi's just better in each category.
What would you recognize the intangible for Steffi Graf to be?
Well, just playing in the Grand Slams in front of people. There's a little bit of wind tonight, the nerves, all of that. Steffi has so much experience. He hasn't won a point yet.
And doesn't get much time to think about it. Wind really whipping through stadium court all day long. And we're into the night match.
So powerful. You know, usually, Ted, the people that have very high tosses have problems in the wind. Steffi Graf has a very high toss, but it doesn't seem to be affecting her yet.
First 11 points to Steffi Graf. Off the backhand, a point, and the Queen's cheer for Cioffi. She can even muster a little smile. That smile quickly erased. An awesome display of tennis in the first 3 games by Graf.
That it's more than just tennis. It's almost a carnival atmosphere for the 2 weeks that the Open is here. And here you can see everyone milling about. You're looking at the midway just off the stadium and grandstand courts and where court 3 used to be. And then as we come over here, and what we're going to do tonight is kind of orient you, the viewer, to what goes on here at the tournament. The outer courts, we've got a match going on at court 17, far to the left. So we will be making frequent pit stops to let you know what is happening here and give you a little bit of the flavor of the U.S. Open. So let's take a look. Back to you, Ted.
All right, Michael, nice to have you with us tonight. It is Steffi Graf steamrolling through this first set. Halle Cioffi serving at 15 all.
Cioffi's first serve is coming in about 68 on that last one, 67 the time before. What a difference from Steffi Graf, who's serving in the 90s and a couple in the early hundreds. 101 was 105.
Halle Cioffi figuring that need a break someplace here.
That's right, the umpire overruling. In the first game, she felt like she got a bad call. Get that game on that point. So nice to get at least one game. Halle Cioffi lost earlier this year to Martina Navratilova in Chicago, love and love. And the Family Circle Cup lost to Sabatini, love and love.
Advantage Cioffi.
Surprise tactic. I'm sure Steffi wouldn't have hit that lob, especially so short. She knew she was going to be coming in.
Oh.
That's her favorite shot. She loves to hit that forehand from the backhand side. She gets that great angle, and of course she hits it so often.
Well, Cioffi had an opportunity now. It is set point for Graf. Steffi Graf in 18 minutes wins the first set tonight. As you see, one of the premier women's players in the world of tennis right here on USA Network Stadium Court at the U.S. Open. Steffi Graf will be followed to the court tonight by Jim Courier. And the #1 men's seed will be facing NCAA champ Alex O'Brien. That will follow this match right here on USA. There's nothing methodical about Graf. She comes out and it's just total destruction of an opponent.
Yeah, she usually doesn't change her strategy that much. It's the same strategy. Slice backhand, gets it in, moves her opponent around, then comes up with a big forehand. And of course, the weapon is such a serve as well. The serve is such a weapon as well. hitting with more pace at that point. I think that's necessary. Go for a little bit more. And I think that she needs to try to play that backhand. She's hitting with a forehand an awful lot. Needs to move Steffi around, try to get her off balance. Cioffi taking a little extra time. Smart play.
You mentioned the difference in serves. Graf hit 105 earlier in the match, but it's consistently in the 90s. It's such a difference.
Cioffi looking very frustrated. I thought she played that point pretty well. Steffi stayed down on that forehand so well.
Game Graf. First game, second set.
Well, Steffi Graf on her way in her first round match against Halle Cioffi. Coming up later tonight, Jim Courier on USA.
Certainly the biggest player in your stable, Jim Courier. Let's talk a little.
And avoid that embarrassing 0-0 defeat. I like the way Mike DePalmer characterized the night, though. He said all I can ask is for Halle to fight her heart out.
Yeah, it sounds like a great coach. Real supportive. 40-15. Cioffi's had her best results in any of the Grand Slams here at the U.S. Open. Everybody's clapping, wanting her to get this game. She got to the third round of the U.S. Open in 89 and 90.
New Yorkers love underdogs. Always have. Cioffi knows it now.
Graf leads 5-1.
I think they also appreciate that she's trying so hard. Steffi's playing so well tonight. Head movement has always been one of Steffi's strengths, but she's just moving so fluidly tonight. She's hitting the ball on the rise, getting there in plenty of time. Never seems to be rushed.
First serve.
That's the key. She plays so quickly, but doesn't look like she's rushing. During the changeovers, Graf barely goes by her seat. Cioffi has been waiting until the last second to come out.
15-30. 40.
Couple airs from the Graf forehand. And when she does make airs, that's usually the side she makes them on because she goes for much more on that side.
30-40.
And a 100-mile-an-hour ace is down the
Second
middle.
ace.
Cioffi comes through with a break of serve. And something to smile about. Cooled off nicely, a breeze blowing through the stadium court at the USTA National Tennis Center. And it's Halle Cioffi serving to Steffi Graf.
Graf 30.
And Graf now 2 points from the match.
Steffi was up 5-love. She made 8 on forced airs. Out of the next 10 points, 7 of those on her forehand.
Graf 40.
Now triple match point.
Is that called going for it?
That was going for it. Just sitting there waiting for her to hit it.
First serve.
Now Steffi Graf needs 42 minutes to win her first round match. 6-love, 6-2 from Halle Cioffi.
Steffi's playing with such authority. Forehand is very, very hard. A lot of depth. So dominant out there tonight.
And now headed to a possible second round matchup with Pam Shriver, who is playing unseeded this year at the U.S. Open. We have plenty more to come, including Jim Courier on Stadium Court. Stay with us on USA.
Joel Myers along with Barry McKay, day one, 54 matches, and let's get you caught up with what went on so far this afternoon. But first, Barry, nothing close to an upset on the men's side.
Not really, Joel. I thought Rosé against the big guy, Ivanisevic, might be a possible upset, but Ivanisevic was awfully tough.
In the very first match today on Stadium Court this morning, the number 11 seed Michael Stich did win in straight sets, Barry, but he really wasn't that sharp, especially in the opening set.
It's interesting because Michael Stich, the Wimbledon champion, going here against...
She was definitely ready to begin defense of her U.S. Open title. She took on Audra Keller. Barry, she needed only 45 minutes.
She looked awfully sharp today. Monica Seles, who has been accused of the loud grunt, but today it didn't even bother her at all. She just roared through this match. The two-hander, Monica loves to stay in that backcourt. Now watch her just put away this ball cross-court. And another aspect of her game vastly improved this year, the serve. She serves a big ace down the middle, roared away to a straight set win.
And Mary Jo Fernandez, the number 7 seed, received a scare, dropping the first set. Did come through, though, against unseeded Donna Faber.
It was packed out on court 16. Mary Jo Fernandez, the number 7 seed. Real trouble out here. Both players in the backcourt. Fine-looking shot down the line. Faber actually was very much in this match, Joel. But at match point, she decides to come in, gets caught a little bit here on the volley, Mary Jo has the shot lined up, good reflexes, and then the volley into the open court. And so Mary Jo, a big scare, 6-4 in the third.
In just a few minutes, that big Cincinnati Red fan. He's even taken... And that match involving the number 4 seed, Gabriela Sabatini, underway now, going up against Linda Harvey-Wild. Let's get an update now with Linda Pence and Tracy Austin.
Well, it's already quite a close match out here. We're early on. It's just 1-1 in the first set, but Gabby's really got her hands full with Linda Harvey-Wild.
Yeah, she does. They've had long points and long rallies on Gabby's serve. Linda Harvey-Wild won the second game on her serve quite easily at love. She had a big service game.
Been rallying hard from the baseline here on the grandstand. We'll be back with more tennis in a moment. Wild on the far end of the court. And Tracy, we've seen some close rallies, mainly from the baseline so far in this match.
Yeah, both players are playing back. Linda Harvey-Wild is playing very strong, though. She hits the ball quite a lot of power and a lot of pace. What's happened so far is Gabriela's just won out, been a little bit more steady.
Her on serve here in the first set. Linda Harvey-Wild showing some good aggression there at the net.
15-all.
Neither one of these players have played a lot since Wimbledon. Linda Harvey-Wild just playing one tournament, the Canadian Open, lost in the first round to Cunningham. Sabatini lost last week in the third round, had to bye the first match.
Sabatini really hasn't played a whole lot. This is her first match. We'll be back with Boris Becker's first match shortly on the stadium as we watch Linda Harvey-Wild serving to Sabatini. Trying to overpower a player like Linda Harvey-Wild.
Yeah, Linda moves very well along the baseline, very steady. Last time they played, it was 3-5. It's a tough match down at Amelia Island. So Linda knows that she can hang in there with it. Being very patient. Right now, she's been playing her forehand most of the time.
Whoa!
30-15. Linda Harvey-Wild didn't have much of a year until she hit the grass courts at Eastbourne.
That's right. She really hadn't made it past the second round of any tournament except one. And she's played quite a few this year, but she got to the finals of Eastbourne, lost to Lori McNeil, upset Martina in the second round.
Taking a look there at Gabriela Sabatini's bio. Sabatini lives some of the time on Key Biscayne, which is not a very great place to be from right now. I think it's under quite a bit of water. Hurricane Andrew hit down there. Looking at Linda Harvey-Wild, a strongly built player. She's had problems with her knee in the past, but looks pretty fit today, Tracy.
She injured it during Wimbledon in 1991, was off the circuit for 2 months. Wears a brace for protection. Sabatini moving way over in the alley. Going to try to attack this second serve.
So Sabatini gets it to deuce. Both players really going for the lines in that rally.
Using all the angles. Sabatini, of course, has so many different spins. That last one, Harvey-Wild just didn't get under it enough. Harvey-Wild having 11 unforced errors. Too many so far in this match.
That's a lot for 3 games, isn't it? Back at deuce. Great shot on the line.
One of her biggest weapons is that backhand down the line. It's been a shot that she's used so well to beat Steffi Graf. And Steffi hangs out in that backhand corner. Gabriela can come up with that surprise backhand down the line.
So Sabatini with her first opportunity here to break serve and take a 3-1 lead in this match. Harvey-Wild, although she's had a lot of unforced errors already in this match, doesn't look like the kind of player who's going to be easily intimidated.
No, she looks very confident out there, and she's serving extremely well right now. In Illinois, Harvey-Wild. Wild is her stepdad.
Also her coach, Steve Wild, from the Chicago area. Wild also coached Robbie Weiss, a former NCAA champion.
Advantage Sabatini.
Well, maybe we did see a little bit of nerves there with that double fault from Harvey-Wild.
She's been serving very deep, though. Her second serve has been quite deep. Sabatini hasn't been able to attack it. She's going for it.
So Sabatini breaks Harvey-Wild, taking a 3-1 lead.
Sabatini leads 3-1.
First set. Sometimes Sabatini seems to get off to a slow start early on in big tournaments like this, so this probably gives her a bit of confidence to get a good lead.
Yeah, she does start slower than most of the players. Someone like a Steffi Graf, she goes out, takes charge right away. Sabatini takes a little bit more time to find the range of the court, get used to who she's playing.
Sabatini out here. She takes the first set over Linda Harvey-Wild by 6-1. Now let's go right back to the stadium.
All right, Linda, thank you very much. And a look from above as Kevin Curran serves for the second set against Boris Becker, Schmerler, and Elise Berger.
Thanks, Bill. Out here on court 16, moments ago, Anke Huber, the number 11 seed from Germany, in huge trouble against Sabine Applemans.
Game 7 match.
Having some technical problems, Sabine Applemans with the upset win over the 11th seed Anke Huber, 6-3, 6-4. So we had a little trouble with Cindy Schmerler's microphone, but so the first seed falls here at the 1992 U.S. Open.
Court 16, always known around these parts as the upset court, as is number 2 over at Wimbledon, so we'll keep a close eye on that 16.
Halle the winner, straight sets, 1 and 3. Sukova in straight sets. Our house up a set now. That's Oka. You like him. Barry at Colte. Santoro. They're in the third set. And now back inside.
Really, a lot of errors.
Yeah, Linda Harvey-Wild has 33 unforced errors. Gabby Sabatini, 14. That really tells the story for the whole match.
Linda Harvey-Wild has held serve once this set in the last game that we saw. But really, otherwise, the errors have cost her. And the frustration building.
Gabriela Sabatini has played very well. She's been serving well, playing very steady and in control from the backcourt. Her shots have a lot of depth, and when she needs to, she comes to the net. Harvey-Wild started the match out playing very steady. Looked like it was going to be closer than this, and she started to get frustrated. She started to try to go for too much on her shots, make too many unforced errors. And that's because Gabby has had an answer to everything she's tried.
Harvey-Wild likes to play aggressively. charging the net there, but hasn't really been able to do it against Sabatini today. In fact, the second time they played each other, Sabatini won the match love and love. So she's obviously quite confident against Linda Harvey-Wild, who's serving now to stay in this match. 30 love, but trailing 5-1 in the second set, having lost the first 6-1. Great point there from Linda Harvey-Wild. She looked very confident.
Very aggressive. Very athletic. Leaping up to hit this overhead. Reached up very well. Did it very close to Sabatini. Very hard.
40 love now.
Obviously trying to change her tactics. Trying to serve and volley. A smart play. Best result, the third round. 91 French in Wimbledon.
So Harvey-Wild turns on the aggression and stays alive, but Gabriela Sabatini leads 5-2 in the second set. Sabatini serving at 5-2 in the second set against Linda Harvey-Wild.
Another air. Way too early in the point. Gabriela's been serving very well. She has 3 aces. Linda Harvey-Wild has 1. And Harvey-Wild has served 4 double faults. Very costly double faults.
There's a big improvement in the Sabatini serve that we've been seeing this match. 94 miles an hour.
Her serve is very streaky. She goes through matches where she serves extremely well. And then there's times where she has really a lot of trouble with it. Like last year when she played Capriati here in the quarters. She served so many soft second serves.
She likes to mix up the pace a little bit on that first serve, keep her opponent off balance, but she does have a big one when she needs it. Something bothering Linda Harvey-Wild. I think she has something in her eye there. 30 love.
30-15. Sabatini's first double fault. A little break in concentration there. Sabatini really has been mixing up her game very well. Lots of loopy topspin, some flat, harder shots, and then the slice. When you mix in a slice like that, you're going to catch your opponent off balance a lot of times. They don't adjust.
Harvey-Wild all over that second serve. Just when it's time to close it out, Sabatini often seems to have a little lapse.
Just for those 2 points, so Gabby's taking a little bit of extra time. It's a smart play. Try to get that concentration back. Put those 2 points out of her mind.
30 all. Sabatini serving.
Shot there. So it brings Gabriela Sabatini to match point.
Certainly a dangerous time to try that drop shot from Linda Harvey-Wild.
She had a lot of motion on that drop shot. Usually the drop shot you want to shorten the swing just a little bit.
So match point, Gabriela Sabatini. 5-2 in the second set. Harvey-Wild just missed the shot as Gabriela sliced the backhand up the line, and she wins the match 6-1, 6-2 in an hour and 2 minutes. We will be back with Boris Becker in the stadium after this.
We've been talking about Jennifer's mental state, which is much discussed earlier in the year, and you think that the entire experience of playing in the Olympics was really good for her?
That really seems to change everything in her life. She said since then she's been making a lot more of her own decisions. And she said that she makes all the decisions at 4-all in the third during the pressure point, so she wanted to be more involved in the contracts and deciding her schedule. So at 16, she feels like she's becoming a lot more mature. And that experience really changed her a lot as well on the tennis court. Seems to be enjoying playing tennis as well. She sensed the Italian Open when a reporter asked her if she lost an early round match because she was too heavy. She's lost 30 pounds. So she looks very fit, and I think she's even lost some more weight since the Olympics. So she's down to 135. She says she got up to 170.
16 years old, born here in New York, now lives in Saddlebrook, Florida. She has never failed to make it to the round of 16 in any Grand Slam event that she's played in. Of course, she lost that semifinal match last year to Monica Seles, great three-setter that went to the tiebreak in the third.
Nicole Muns-Jagerman, ranked number 81st in the world, 25 years old, from the Netherlands. Quite tall, very strong girl. These two have never played before. At the Olympics, that was her best showing. She beat Julie Allard, who was a seed there, so she got to the round of 16, where she eventually lost to Anke Huber.
Let's take a look, Tracy, at the match comparison.
Well, Capriati's got all the checks. The serve's got to go to Capriati, one of the best in the game. Return of serve as well, Capriati. Net play, Capriati's better ground strokes. Capriati intangibles, Capriati. She's just a better all-around player. And with the intangibles, I've got to give Capriati the edge as well. Of course, being the seed, number 6 seed here, having more experience playing in front of the crowds.
Muns-Jagerman playing in her 4th U.S. Open. She made it to the second round in 88 and 89. Last year was eliminated in the first round. And Jennifer Capriati will serve to start the match. That's wild. What about the windy conditions, Tracy?
It is very windy, and it's very tough. That's why you have to go for more down the middle in the beginning. Don't go for those lines. You have to adjust, move your feet a lot more.
See the flags blowing, and one of the scoreboards here at the stadium court has been out for the last couple of hours. Being worked on, presumably, but there is one on the other side of the stadium. And I think the wind held that in, Tracy.
It really did. Muns-Jagerman is with the wind, and her volley was right on the line. Jennifer hit a topspin lob winner. Wind pulled it in.
40 love.
Jennifer's been taking some of the pace off of her first serve. I think that's because of the wind. The last one was 68 miles an hour. Again, it's the first round. You might have a little bit more nerves out there. Get used to the surroundings.
And Jennifer holds her serve to start the match. A busy day 2 at the 1992 U.S. Open on USA.
Bifocals. I'm gonna.
What? 30 love. Good day to have a headband.
A lot of airs right at the beginning of this match. Again, very, very windy. That's when you've got to just try to get the rhythm right at the beginning. Try to get more balls right down the middle. And of course, these two have never played before, so you want to check that out as well. Check out their weaknesses and their strengths.
.40-15. Muns-Jagerman getting some pace on his serve, despite the wind conditions. Last serve registering 96 miles an hour on the IBM speed gun.
Was a deep approach. Jennifer's ball hit the tape. Jagerman takes advantage of it, moves in. Jennifer cuts off the angle. So Nicole Muns-Jagerman holds her serve, and we're even. One game apiece.
Don't forget now, she was in the finals, and talking about Martinez last week in Carlsbad, California, lost to Capriati, but was also playing with a sore right arm. That could be bothering her once again. Rosalind Fairbank Nidofer winning the first set, even now in the second set against Jana Novotna, and she is ranked 10th. Sabine Applemans of Belgium, a straight set winner over another seeded player, the 11th seed Anke Huber of Germany. And she wins 6-3, 6-4. Natalie Tozia also winning in straight sets. The young lady, France, over Nadine Ercegovic of Croatia. Katerina Maleva of Bulgaria, winning in straight sets over Jenny Byrne of Australia. Maleva, you might remember, a quarterfinalist at the U.S. Open in 1988. The 17-year-old from France, the number 16 seed, Mary Pierce, defeating Maria Vento of Venezuela. Andrea Strenadova, also in straight sets, over Barbara Rittner of Germany. Carlos Costa took the first set, dropped the second set, and leading now in the third set on court 16, as he has broken into the top 10 this year, Costa of Spain. And finally, Jonas Svensson of Sweden over Nicholas Kulti, also of Sweden. So Svensson up in the fourth set of that match. And don't forget another Swede, Michael Pernfors, has...
Muns-Jagerman has been very steady, Solid ground strokes and a pretty big serve up around 95 miles an hour.
But the key, Bill, has been Jennifer Capriati's unforced error. She has 16 at this point. Muns-Jagerman, 11.
So Jennifer holds, but when we come back, Nicole Muns-Jagerman will be serving for the first set.
Her first double fault.
A little case of the nerves there.
Yeah, I think so. When you start to, I'm sure she didn't think before the match she'd be coming out here serving for the first set at 5-2.
Really rolling along, 5-1. But in the last 3 games has clearly had a case of the nerves, I think.
Ooh, 15. Second double fault. She's had 9 unforced errors in the last 13 points. As soon as she got to 5-1, everything started to fall apart.
Jennifer gets the net cord. Love 30.
Jagerman hitting shot to Jennifer's forehand. Jennifer had just enough topspin to bring it over the net. Great angle, that forehand angle. Set that backhand winner up. 3 break points. There you see Capriati contingent. Juan Donna, who's coaching Capriati in the blue cap. Tommy Thompson in the purple. Pat Etcheberry in the middle in the white cap. And of course her parents right behind them.
Game Capriati, 5-all.
And Muns-Jagerman, who was soaring through those first 6 games, has come crashing back to earth. And we are tied at 5.
Sorry to see the bullet.
Muns-Jagerman. A possible upset. Conchita Martinez, the number 8 seed, who was bothered by a sore right arm last week and losing the finals in Carlsbad, California to Capriati, losing the first set to Ann Grossman of Grove City, Ohio. Up 5-2, though, now in the second set. Already, this is over, and this is definitely an upset. The number 10 seed, Jana Novotná, losing to Rosalind Fairbank Nijhoever of South Africa. She's playing in her 14th U.S. Open, and the 31-year-old knocks out Novotná. And also, the number 11 seed is gone in the first round, as Sabine Applemans of Belgium defeats Anke Huber of Germany. Let's find out what is going to develop now for Jennifer Capriati as we head back to Stadium Court.
All right, Joel, thank you very much. Nicole Muns-Jagerman serving for a strange first set. 5 service breaks.
30 love. She won both those points by bringing Jennifer in on a drop shot and then lobbing it past her.
Well, you could make the case that it's no longer a new position to be in for Nicole Muns-Jagerman. You think, well, maybe the first time she served for the set, all right, a little nervous. Second time, maybe, but this is the third time.
Like, I don't know what to do with this, so let's try a drop shot.
30 all.
Not a smart time to try a drop shot.
So from 30 love to 30 all.
Won the first 2 points on a drop shot, but Capriati was right on the baseline at that time. Again, Nicole Muns-Jagerman looking very nervous, very tentative. I think she would have learned from the last 2 times she served for the set.
Once again, the net cord playing a crucial role.
30-40.
Jagerman hitting every ball to Capriati's forehand. Barely got that shot. Capriati gets the net cord.
That is the 6th service break of this set.
Amazing, Bill. Capriati playing very steady that game. When she got it back to 5 all, she made 2 careless errors right at the beginning. Made 3 careless errors right at 5 all. Let's see if she stays with a steady game.
The tie break. Are you a believer in the mini break in a tie-break format?
It just depends if the 2 players have huge serves, as we've seen in this match with all the breaks of serve. It really hasn't made that big of a difference. If you're playing someone like Martina, then it makes a difference.
2-0. Now the serve goes to Jennifer. Gotten burned the last 2 times she's tried. Little drop shot.
Jennifer Capriati, now you just want to get through this first set, Bill, because you know you can play much better tennis than this. You just won a tournament 2 days ago. Great serve.
98 miles an hour, ace number 2. Jennifer Capriati leads in the tiebreak 4-1.
It's just been a question of nerves. Getting out there for the first time, first match this year at the U.S. Open.
this match already a lot longer than Monica Seles's opening round match, and we're not even out of the first set yet. That's wide. So now they will change sides. Here's Jennifer. What will Nicole Muns-Jagerman think of tonight if she loses this match? The chances that she has had in this first set. We're in a tie break. Jennifer Capriati leading 4-2. It's on the line. It's the best shot in quite a while from Nicole Muns-Jagerman.
Started with that big serve at 100 miles an hour. Set up that forehand winner. Here. Muns-Jagerman doesn't do enough with this volley. Capriati comes up with a big winner. Great court coverage here from Capriati.
I think it's safe to say that is the point of the U.S. Open thus far. Certainly among the matches out here on the stadium court. For Capriati. You see that she's taken some of the pace off the ball, not going for the winners as much in this tiebreak, trying to play more consistent, and it's working. So finally, the first set comes to an end. 6 service breaks, a tie break. Jennifer Capriati prevails, 7-6.
Jennifer will be glad when this match is over. It's always nice to get that first round under your belt, especially at a Grand Slam. First serve. Have a little bit more nerves, usually in a Grand Slam, and had a tough match. The wind has been very swirly.
And you have to give Nicole Muns-Jagerman the credit she's due. She played very well the first half of that first set. But now Jennifer Capriati with double match point.
Game set at Capriati, 7-6, 6-2.
So Jennifer Capriati through to the second round. A little smile there as she shook hands with Nicole Muns-Jagerman. Jennifer wins it 7-6, 6-2, and we'll be back. Don't forget Andre Agassi coming up. Back in a moment.
Sabatini of Argentina. She wins in straight sets over Linda Harvey-Wild of Hawthorne Woods, Illinois. Now, last year, only one seed failed to reach the second round of the women's side. So far, already this year, we have lost 3. The first to go, Conchita Martinez, the number 8 seed from Spain. She loses to Ann Grossman of Grove City, Ohio. She made it to the third round of the U.S. Open in 1990. A big upset takes her to the second round in 92. Rosalind Fairbank Naidufer upsetting Jana Novotná, the number 10 seed from Czechoslovakia, a quarterfinalist, I might add, at the U.S. Open in 1990. And another seed that's gone in the first round, number 11, Anke Huber of Germany. She loses earlier today to Sabine Applemans of Belgium. Other scores, straight set winner, it was Tozia of France over Ercegovic of Croatia. In her first career U.S. Open, she loses in the first round. Katerina Maleva, the number 15 seed, 7-5, 6-2, defeating Jenny Byrne of Australia. Maleva, a quarterfinalist at the Open in 1988. Naoko Sawamatsu of Japan, also winning in straight sets. The 19-year-old, her third straight year to the second round in the Open. Pascal Paradomango of France, winning 6-1, 7-5 over Katerina Novak of Poland. This is the first time she has advanced to the second round of the Open in 5 years. Florencia Labat of Buenos Aires over Laura Galarza of Milan, Italy. That's also in straight sets. And over to the men's side now. Boris Becker losing that second set, winning in 4 over Kevin Curran. Those two, you might remember, matched up in the 85 Wimbledon final. No problems for Pete Sampras. He says he was a little bit choppy. We heard from him after his set, but he said he's glad to get that type of match under his belt early. The number 3 seed Sampras over David DeLucia of Norristown, Pennsylvania, and the University of Notre Dame. Todd Woodbridge of Australia defeating Alex Correia of Spain, 6-2 straight across. Mark Woodford of Australia leading now in the second set. He's taken the second set and also leading now in the third set, 4-2. This is the first U.S. Open for Todd Nelson since 1988. Jan Simmering in 4 sets over Luis Herrera of Mexico. Herrera still hasn't ever won a U.S. Open match. Carl Uwe Steve of Germany celebrating his birthday in fine fashion, a straight set winner over Christian Ruud of Norway. And finally, Paul Harhaus, also a 3-set victor over Shuzo Matsuoka of Japan. And welcome back to the studio once again. We're just moments away now from Andre Agassi for his first round match. Well, it's been a day of upsets on the women's side. What will hold tonight? 2 of the all-time greats will see action. And Barry McKay takes a look at those heavyweights.
Martina Navratilova, John McEnroe. They've each won 4 U.S. Open titles. And they've each won over the Flushing Meadows faithful. At 35, Martina's still got some magic left. And her win over Steffi Graf in last year's semifinals put her in a 31st Grand Slam final. At 33, Max still making noise.
I've asked 50 times in my career, not once have I ever done it. Now you can answer it.
But now it's the noise of great tennis. He upset Boris Becker at the Australian. And charged to the semis at Wimbledon. Martina is playing in her 20th straight Open. John in his 16th. Both are past their prime, but both are still dangerous.
So that is tonight on USA. Both McEnroe and Navratilova. But don't forget, coming up next, it's the Wimbledon champion, Andre Agassi, the number 8 seed, going up against the former NCAA champion out of the University of Georgia, Michael Fernforbes. Be right back with Agassi.
And on a day when seeds have been struggling on the women's side, Arantxa Sanchez Vicario not having a very easy time of it with Larisa Savchenko Neiland of Latvia, although it is break point now. Savchenko Neiland in the near court here, serving at 3-4 down. Saves that break point to take the score to deuce. But the games have been close so far, at least.
It's been very close, and Savchenko Neiland's game is really throwing Arantxa Sanchez Vicario off. She's a serve and volleyer. Arantxa's not used to seeing this, and it's showing today so far.
And there's another example of the good serve from Savchenko Neiland. Represented Latvia in the Olympics. Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, of course, was there in her hometown of Barcelona, representing Spain.
They traded service breaks, Linda, and it's interesting to watch Arantxa Sanchez moving before Larisa serves. She knows she needs to climb on that serve because if Larisa gets in, Arantxa's in trouble.
And there's Savchenko Neiland in at the net, but missing the volley and giving Arantxa Sanchez Vicario another break point here.
That's really the problem with her game. She's got great physical talent, but upstairs sometimes she's lacking a little bit, missing those easy volleys. That's the difference between the great players and the good players.
So a chance here for Arantxa Sanchez Vicario to take a 5-3 lead in this set.
Larisa usually hits her second serve as hard as her first. Very flat, very hard. No margin of error.
She went for it there, and it helped her. She got into net and put away the volley again. Larisa Savchenko Neiland has been ranked as high as 13 in the world. She's now down at 41, but she's been doing well in doubles.
She's one of the game's great doubles players, has won every major Grand Slam title. And that's why. She probably has one of the best pair of hands in the game, is most definitely one of the great backhands, has one of the great one-handed backhands in the game, and it's a shot that most people can really learn off of if you watch closely.
And a lot of touch there we saw at the net, the delicate shot. She can mix it up, and it's advantage. Savchenko Neiland. Beautiful approach shot there from Savchenko Neiland, evening the score at 4-all. So she's tied with Sanchez Vicario. Now let's go down to the studio where Tracy Austin is standing by with